Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your monthly reading for May 2024. This is for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising, and we're going to jump right into it. Sagittarius, if there is a month that feels like a standing ovation, it is this month. May is the best and luckiest month of all of 2024. This is the month where a lot of wishes come true, a month where you can meet your soulmate if you're single. It's a month where you feel like you hit the golden buzzer, you got the golden buzzer, whatever you want. This is that month. Now, May 2024 has the best and luckiest day of 2024 of the entire year, but that's not what makes it special. What makes it special is that there are many, a chock full of planets, of aspects that are happening this month that are so rare, and some that, are once a year aspects that all just happen to fall in May. And hey, we have a full moon in your sign. Sagittarius, if you saw my annual forecast for you, my 2024 forecast for you, you'll know I say this is my favorite full moon of the entire year. And I'm going to tell you why. But the main thing that I want you to remember is that May 18th, this is the day you need to mark in your calendar. This is the day that the sun conjuncts Jupiter, the best and luckiest day of the year. This is a day where you could feel like you have, you're holding the Sorcerer's Stone, or you found the Holy Grail, or you got one of those metal detectors and you found Amy Schumer. Whatever you want. This is a day where everything, you can get whatever you want. This is a beautiful day. Now, what makes this day even special? First, let me give you some perspective. Okay, so the sun conjuncts Jupiter every year, okay? Different sign every year. Last year, it was April 11th, 2023. So think about what happened for you around that time, around April 11th, 2023. And remember, this is a conjunction. It's very powerful, really high charge to it, and you could feel it a day later, a few days later. Just think about around that time. Now, just to give you perspective, as I said, for me, that week, I not only got promoted at my full-time job, I also got a raise that was more than I had asked for. So those are just that's just an example of like what this aspect can do for you. And of course, every Sagittarius is different. Y'all are going to feel it differently in different ways. That is because y'all have different rising signs, different birth charts. But just know, this is a really great day. Now, what I was going to say is what makes this day different from last year. What makes it even more special is that the same day Venus will conjunct Uranus. So, wow. Venus conjuncting Uranus, this is truly, you could meet your soulmate. This is one of those aspects that Uranus is all about surprises and the unexpected. And it's in this really powerful aspect with Venus, love, relationships, but also money, also creativity, procreation. There's so many things happening here. And it just, the fact that this is happening on the same day increases your odds for a lot of great things to happen. So I absolutely love this. I also want you to mark down May 7th. We have a new moon in Taurus. Now, what makes this unlike any other new moon that we've recently had? Well, let me tell you, we've got Venus, Uranus, the sun, and Jupiter in Taurus as well, amplifying that energy, really blessing this new moon in Taurus. Now, as you know, Taurus rules your sixth house. So sixth house is everyday activities. Your life is going to change. This is your routines. There's something big, new brewing around this time. This is absolutely special. New moons, new beginnings, new cycles. Remember, set intentions. And this is, wow, there's definitely some great things coming out of this new moon. A lot of exciting opportunities. And the other great thing about this new moon is that it's going to have this harmonious link to Saturn. Absolutely love this for you. And, there's Saturn is in Pisces in your fourth house of home and, your domestic sector and family and children and parents and whatnot. So there is this like really nice longevity. It's such a nice aspect, And y'all have been having a lot of things going on at home. So I absolutely love this for you. All right. Absolutely. And the sixth house, by the way, this new moon in Taurus in your sixth house. Sixth house is also work related matters. So a lot of work. There could be some big projects coming through. That's really nice for you. You could be starting something new in terms of work. There's also, or hiring someone, but there's also sixth house is also health and wellness and fitness, pets. You could be getting a new pet around this time. absolutely love this new moon. Now, the day that you're going to love the most is May 23rd. May 23rd, this full moon in Sagittarius, once again, my favorite full moon of the entire year. I mean, we have a Jupiter-ruled full moon here. This is very optimistic. This is obviously in your sign. You're going to feel it the most. This is, there's that adventurous spirit here. There's, a lot of even travel that you could be traveling. There's, a touch of spirituality. I really love this full moon, but let me tell you what's happening on the same day. Venus will be moving into Gemini. Venus will also be conjuncting Jupiter, the second best day of the year. That happens to be in May. And so, second best day of the year, this is arguable because there's another aspect in June that I'm really excited about. I'm like, well, I don't know which ones to say, but this is Venus conjuncting Jupiter. These are the two benefic planets getting together to say, what can we do special to make Sagittarius life even better? I mean, absolutely amazing. Venus is going to sextile Neptune this day too, and Jupiter will sextile Neptune as well. Jupiter sextiling Neptune, by the way, hasn't happened since 2020, and it's not going to happen again until 2033. So when I say there's so many rare aspects this month, I'm going to list them out, and I'm only giving you the high level stuff now. Like, if you are new to my channel, after I do your spread, I break it down week by week. So stick around. I pull out my cards. I tell you everything that's happening for you every week. Now, May 25th, I also want you to know this is a huge shift here. This is when Jupiter moves into Gemini. So Jupiter, this is the first outer planet. Okay, this is your ruling planet. All right, just the first outer planet this year that's moving into a different sign. So Jupiter hasn't been in Gemini for 12 years, since 2012. This is going to be major. Everyone's going to feel this shift, but Sagittarius, Gemini rules your seventh house. And so out of all the signs, you will have the most luck and prosperity and expansion in partnerships and relationships, whether work, whether love. I mean, this is huge. This is huge. And this is for an entire year till June 2025. So really, really, really love this for you. Jupiter and Gemini, by the way, Gemini is such a creative, very communicative, very social sign. So you will feel a lot of those aspects, a lot of curiosity, a lot of, adapting to new things and really just feeling inspired, learning new things, meeting a lot of new people. I absolutely love this for you. And on that same day, Venus will trine Pluto, which brings that this is smoldering intensity, actually, when it comes to love and your passions and relationships and, even intimacy. I mean, a lot of sexual energy with Venus trining Pluto, by the way, if you're here for that. So just remember, Mars is in Aries all month long. Remember, Mars in Aries, Mars there with the North Node, your true calling, destiny, fate, in your fifth house of pleasure, of love, of romance. It's so exciting for you, as well as family, children. Remember, you already have a lot of activity there, and then creativity, self-expression. This is absolutely nice. Recreation, too. You could pick up a new hobby around this time. So let's get started, all right? Let's get started. See what's going on for you. And again, I do also leave the key astrological dates in the description box if you do want to follow along. But just remember, I pull a lot more cards after, and that's just the high-level stuff. I haven't even talked about the sun conjuncting Uranus or the fact that the sun will trine Pluto. There's so many aspects this month that are just golden. They're golden. So Sagittarius, let's see what's going on for you for May 2024. Again, this is for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. If you want to read for your moon, your Venus, all those other placements, if you do know your birth chart, you are absolutely welcome to. And let's do it, Sagittarius. Let's get started. See what's going on for you for May 2024. Now, Sagittarius, I do a traditional cultic cross spread, really does offer the best overview if we need to pull clarifiers. So we will pull clarifiers. I said that weird. Secondly, I am going to be talking really fast because there are just so many things happening this month. And I don't want you to miss out on any of it. So I really want you to break out your notebooks, your calendars, your Asana, whatever you do. Take notes because you always want to take action and use these rare, amazing aspects to your advantage. Okay, so wow. This is definitely gonna be a month. This is gonna you're ready. You are ready. Oh my goodness. Absolutely amazing. A lot of power, a lot of power. And, with the fact that Pluto will be, what's really interesting for you, Sagittarius, is that Pluto is in Aquarius, right? For 20 years, right? So Pluto is in Aquarius in your third house, and that is communication, and it is, even like short distance travel and whatnot, and siblings and aunts, uncle, cousins, and neighbors. So there's a lot of like movement. Remember, like I said, you've had a lot of stuff happening in your domestic sector, so home and family and whatnot. But there's going to be a lot of powerful Pluto aspects this month, and Pluto is empowerment too. But look at this, look at this. You got two kings here. You got the King of Cups. Absolutely amazing. It's really nice because I feel like, with all these new energies that have been happening, the eclipses that we just went through, the Jupiter Uranus conjunction. I mean, I want you to think of those aspects as like a slingshot. Okay. Like now you're in the month where you're here, you're in the place that you want to be, and it's going to be very exciting for you with the King of Cups here. A lot of that emotional stability, a lot of intuitive energy, like you may be feeling a lot of that, a lot of spiritual energy that may be happening for you as well. I absolutely love this. The King of Cups is, he is a king that leads with his heart, and you see that you got the pair, you got the king and the queen. So a lot of this love energy. Remember, your North Node and Mars in your fifth house of love and pleasure and relationships and whatnot. But in any case, this is just double kings here. You have the King of Swords as well. Very, very nice in the heart of your spread. And now, one of the reasons why I brought up Pluto and Aquarius is because the King of Swords is Aquarius. Very, very interesting that you have the King of Swords in the heart of your spread. And remember, this is a monthly reading. So King of Swords, this is power. This is true power. This is also being very honest with yourself, okay? You're coming into that place where you are, very, very, that intuitive energy is really strong. That spirituality, I feel like that's going to be coming up for you a lot this month. Now, with the King of Swords here, it's really knowing how to use that energy and harness that energy to make like really solid, great decisions and thinking clearly and logically. And remember, all the shift moving into Gemini, and that's double air, by the way. We are going to have the Sun, Venus, and Jupiter in Gemini, air sign, and you got Pluto and Aquarius, air sign. So a lot of mental activity, and it is a sword suit. So again, there is going to be this, you're head above the clouds, a lot of authority. You're going to be this influential leader. There's people looking up to you, you having, the say and pretty much everything. This is a, intimidating king, right? I always say, like, think about the medieval times. If you were summoned by the king, if you were summoned by this king, this is the king that makes you shake at the knees. This is you, and harnessing that empowerment. Okay. But also, facing your truths. You face all your truth. You're being honest with yourself. No one can be dishonest to you. You can cut through any lies. In fact, you're ready to strike. You're gonna, and it, all this Gemini energy, like I said, very mentally stimulating too. But this is true power, coming into power, holding on to that power. You're absolutely amazing. Now, Two of Wands in your challenge area, there is going to be a sense of like, there's so many new opportunities that you're going to be presented this month. There's going to be a lot of new paths opening up for you this month as well. So there's got to be, I would love for you to spend some time really thinking about your path forward in a lot of things. Now, I don't see you having any, if there's anything, it's just taking that pause to really know which direction to go. But there is, you have that emotional stability. You have that, even just your mindset in such a good place. Just again, that empowerment. Two of Wands is a card where it's really just planning, okay? And it is in your challenge area. So take that time. Remember, using your intuition, trusting your intuition, to make those decisions on what you want moving forward. It's not a bad thing at all. It's just saying, take that pause. There may be a little bit of you just like, okay, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Let me just, but you've got to strike, okay? You even see here with the King of Swords, his sword is tilted, okay? He's ready to use that sword. He's ready to use that sword. So be ready to strike. But remember, you're going to have that merging of intellect and, spirituality as well. All of it, right? Mind, body, spirit. Put it all together this month. Now, Queen of Cups, all right? In your crown. So there is this sense of, when I talk about that intuitive energy, there's so much intuitive energy with the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. In fact, they're intuitive on like a psychic level, and you got both of them. So really interesting. You got the pair here. So what's really interesting, by the way, all this energy moving into Gemini, again, a lot of mental activity, but it's still, the one thing about Gemini is that it is a twin, right? So you're going to see a lot of things come in pairs. And you just got the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. You got two kings here as well. But in any case, Queen of Cups, really love it. In your crown, it's this a lot of compassion, a lot of love. It's like you are definitely going to be seeing things in a different way. You're going to be opening up your heart in so many ways this month, as well as that self-love energy is coming through, which is really nice. In fact, the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, the difference between them, the kings, their energies, their powers are external, okay? And the queens are more internal, all right? So a lot of that self-love, a lot of emotional intelligence, it's just really feeling that vibe, right? That vibe. Do people still say that? Hanged Man in the root of your spread. So there you go with that spirituality. All right. So you are seeking this change and you're excited for this big change. And I'm excited for you. A lot of it could be home related. Like I said earlier, so much activity happening with home related matters for you. Could be significant other, could be real estate, could be your parents. There's something there. But in any case, the Hanged Man in the root of your spread, really great. Again, especially with the Queen of Cups in your crown. I love that, energy here. The Hanged Man is, you see the halo around his head. So a lot of enlightenment in this card as well. Now, he is preparing himself for this big transformation. The card of the Death card comes after the Hanged Man, right? So and the Death card is transformation. So he's really having that moment. So it's a matter of surrendering those things that that you just don't want to bring into this next chapter of your life. You're going to have big changes this month and making that sacrifice. And a lot of it can be internally as well, that spiritual, like letting that intuition and really, really really embracing your spirituality as well. In fact, the Hanged Man is attributed to Neptune, and Neptune is in Pisces as well with Saturn. Remember, Pisces rules your fourth house, and so your domestic sector. So you're definitely ready for this change, and you may already be feeling it. I wouldn't be surprised, especially with the King of Cups here, just kicking it off. Remember, I said that intuitive energy. You're already kicking it off this month. So from the very get-go of this month, now you have the Six of Cups in your future. Absolutely amazing. Now, what's really interesting here is that there is so much spiritual energy, okay? As I mentioned, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, Hanged Man. Now you have the Six of Cups in your future. Now, this card is actually attributed to the Sun in Scorpio. Scorpio rules your 12th house of intuition, of the subconscious, and there's healing and spirituality, and I absolutely love that for you. But this is a card of kindness and sharing and letting your guard down and knowing that you're protected. In fact, this is the biggest house in tarot, indicating a lot of protection, a lot of security. Okay, this is absolutely amazing, and there's this kindness to it, and say like letting your guard down, letting your hair down. That's what this card is. It's like letting your inner child out. It's even like a really big card of nostalgia, having those nostalgic moments that really fuel that inner child in you, and just remember, just thinking of those moments, when you were in high school and driving down your suburb with your friends, and y'all were singing along to Four Non Blondes, those things, those moments, those magical moments that bring you so much joy. But I absolutely love this for you because another cups, you've got these 3 cups cards, and this emotion and intuition and feelings and relationships and wonderment. I love this. This is great. This is great. But in the core of it all, remember, you have that too, as you have the King of Swords, okay? In the core of it all. So just still never being distracted. You're great. Let's get to your stuff. Sagittarius, oh my goodness. If you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, all that fun algorithm stuff, and leave comments. Let me know what's going on. I want to know what's going on for you. You're about to have the best year with in terms of partnerships, relationships. It could be career, can be love and romance. There's a huge so much energy there. Absolutely love it. And you're good. Oh my goodness. Some of y'all getting married too. But anyway, you are good. That spiritual energy, Trust me, you got it, it's gonna happen, it's gonna be amazing. And it is that intuitive energy that I was picking up on earlier, that just it's just so nice. When you're in touch with your intuitive side, you don't have any, distress or fear. You are in touch with your inner child, and that's what makes it so special. You listen to your inner voice, you're in touch with your higher self, you're super conscious. It's just this really great feeling that's just so nice. And you've got the high priestess, who's it's all about intuition. It's all about spirituality and being in touch with your intuitive side. This is absolutely nice, and it is going to be part of your transformation that I feel. And so I really love this for you. And again, it is just saying, just really trust your intuition in everything, but also developing it. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of y'all just really, listen, everyone has intuition, right? Every single person on this planet. But so it's just, you develop it more and more, and the more time that you spend with your intuition and really harnessing it and developing it, it really becomes a lot more active. And, like I said, like when you have all that energy, it's just, everything is just makes sense. Everything works out. There's you're clear sighted. Everything is wonderful when you're in touch with your intuitive side. And again, it lowers all those low energy frequencies, but you're going to be good. That's it. And it seems like that's, you're going to be absolutely good. You have justice too in your external factors areas. So there's definitely, gosh, so much. It's almost like you just know everything. It's just true perception here. It's just true perception that's happening for you this month. Everything's just going to make sense, and everything's going to fall in your favor. In fact, with justice in your external factors area, you know that it's like the odds are in your favor. Justice being served, but it's also what's really interesting. There is something that doesn't come up a lot is, and I'm going to bring this up. You do see the judge, the little white shoe coming out from underneath the judge's robe, right? So what's really interesting, with justice, obviously very highly associated with karma, actions have consequences, but the little white shoe is almost like that reminder of spiritual consequences, right? So karmic, when I say this is highly associated with karma, it just seems like you're cashing in all your karma points this month, okay? But also just recognizing, again, that spiritual energy is just so strong here. It's so strong here. You're absolutely good. You're absolutely good. Yeah. Definitely, especially with all this love energy, and then also, energy that's in your fourth house or domestic sector. There's, a lot of y'all could be in this place of, and then remember Mars and Aries, North Node and Aries in your fifth house of love and pleasure and family and children as well. But there is that, there could be some, commitments and marriages, okay? But remember, you're entering your seventh house of partnerships and relationships, and justice is the native ruler of partnerships and relationships. So really, really nice alignment there. Speaking of alignment, you have the Eight of Wands. So everything is just, this is a Sagittarius card, okay? It's actually attributed to Mercury and Sagittarius, but this is a card where, all you want to do is you just want everything to start moving now. Things are moving for you. You've got to take that action with the King of Swords, and with the Two of Swords in your challenge area, just taking that action and you're going to do it. I just feel it. It's what you want. You want things to start moving for you, and you want to start moving toward the things that you're passionate about. You want things to start landing, especially your goals and whatnot, but you're going to definitely be absolutely fine. You have the Eight of Pentacles and your final outcome, someone who is a hard worker, someone who is very laser focused, has eyes on the prize, head in the game. This is someone who is going to reach his legacy, because
Nothing's going to distract him at this point. Like, he's going to get to the finish line. And I just pointed this out, speaking of those little tiny details in tarot, in another reading, you see that he's sitting on a wooden bench. Well, wooden benches in tarot just means temporary. So this is just all temporary. Like, you are definitely, as long as you take that action and have that clarity and just really embrace all this spirit, like sponge up all this spiritual energy and intuitive energy, you're going to be fine. You're on your way. You're on your way to your legacy. Now, okay, so let's break it down, okay? Let's break it down week by week. Sagittarius, first week of May. So we kick it off on Thursday, May 2nd. Pluto will go retrograde. Now, this is going to be the very first outer planet that goes retrograde this year. You're going to see them all start going retrograde throughout the summer, but this is the first one. It will go retrograde until October 11th. What I love about this is that Pluto going retrograde really gives you that chance to really go within. That's what you're going to be doing this month. Really go within and really, take that time to identify those things that have been really intense for you, things that have been challenging for you, and really confront like your shadow side and doing some shadow work as well. And this is just going to be really nice because it's almost like this regeneration energy. That is what, Pluto does represent. And, a lot of people associate Pluto with, with, what is the phrase? The phoenix rising from the ashes, right? So inner transformation. Again, you have a lot of that here. Absolutely nice. Absolutely nice. And so, yeah, take that step back. And even though Pluto is going retrograde, it still has that intensity, but that intensity softens a little bit, okay? But this is just really being in touch with your authentic self, all right? Now, on May 3rd, Mars exiling Pluto, you see, boom, right away, as soon as from the get-go of this month, boom, huge aspect, these are the two very powerful planets, okay? And this is really, really nice. You are going to feel this. You are definitely going to feel this. This is a fearless energy. The Mars sextiling, this is a harmonious aspect. So this is fearless. Nothing can stop me now energy, right? Nothing can stop me now, okay? Really, really love this. It's like go big, go home energy. And, did you ever see Billy Elliot? That movie, Billy Elliot. Remember when he was dancing and then his dad walked into the gym or whatever? And then he paused for a little bit, but then he danced his heart out. That's what's happening here. That's what's happening here. This is just, you're going to feel that drive. This aspect is very goal oriented. So and even physical energy too, with Mars involved here and Pluto bringing that intensity and that, intimacy too. And remember, Mars is in its domicile in your 5th house of love and pleasure and creativity. And just, there's so much here. Just make that, magic happen, bring it home. This is a once a year aspect. Take advantage of this. It only happens once a year. Now, on the 6th, May 6th, Sun sextiling Saturn. Now, Saturn being all about hard work and, the planet of limitations, restrictions, and whatnot. This is Saturn sextiling the Sun. And so this is the Sun giving Saturn like this playful slap on the behind, all right, like a sports game or whatever, but very, very nice. This is a day where you could start feeling, that you're being recognized, that you're getting, making progress, right? That you are getting supported. I even from like VIPs, authorities and whatnot. I really love this. Okay. This is a really good time to, it's like you're going to be so driven again to take on this is definitely a time where you will feel blessed in a lot of the hard work that you're doing. Okay. So really, really love this. And this is very interesting because the Sun sextiling Saturn, it happens twice a year on average. This is the only time it's happening in 2024. Take advantage. Again, another rare aspect that just happens to be in May. Now we get to May 7th. Oh my diddly days. We have the new moon in Taurus with Venus, Uranus, Sun, and Jupiter all in Taurus. Just this gaggle of amazing planets in Taurus, your 6th house of everyday activities. As I mentioned earlier, pets, health, fitness, work. There's so much here. Expect exciting opportunities around this time. And remember, this new moon has that amazing link to Saturn. All right. So absolutely love this week. Let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius, for the first week of May. You got the Page of Swords. Yeah, you're definitely gonna feel that. Remember what I said earlier about like sponging up that spirituality? But you know what I love about the Page of Swords is he is like a sponge. He just absorbs. He wants to learn. He wants to learn new things, and that's what this month is going to be all about as we shift into Gemini season as well. That's going to really amplify that. But Page of Swords, pages are messengers. You could be getting some message come through the very first week. You could be feeling very energetic, very ready to go, take on new things. This is really, really absolutely nice. There's a lot of enthusiasm with the Page of Swords. So I really love what's happening here. Pages are, they bring that fresh new energy too. So again, even with this new moon in Taurus, there definitely is something new that is shifting for you. Now, on the second week, actually, we'll start with May 12th. All right, May 12th, if you're here for Mother's Day, the moon will be at home in Cancer and Venus will be at home in Taurus. Amazing. A Mother's Day to remember. This is, again, when I say this is the best month of 20, come on, this is going to be amazing. Now, on Monday, May 13th, the Sun conjuncting Uranus. Hello. Absolutely amazing. This is a day where you could just receive very exciting news unexpectedly out of nowhere. You could have ideas come out of nowhere, this burst of amazing ideas. Remember, Uranus is all about the unexpected, surprises, but also breakthroughs, okay? Also breakthroughs. Now, what makes this really amazing is that, this is another once a year aspect, okay? So again, another just aspect that happens once a year that happens to be in May. Remember, Uranus also has that like rebellious side to it, right? So, but in a fun way, it's conjuncting the Sun. So the Sun, all about optimism and, abundance. Anyway, but this is one where if there's, and there could be something really good about health news around this time too. Sun is like vitality. Uranus is being, in your sixth house. But what's really great about this is that rebellious side of Uranus that you may feel, and it's in a fun way. It's like if you ever saw that movie Girls Just Want to Have Fun with Sarah Jessica Parker back in the 80s, right? Remember when her parents were like, you cannot enter that dance competition, and she snuck out at night and she entered that dance competition and she won. All right. So this is that. But what makes this day even more special is Venus sextiling Saturn the same day. Oh my goodness. Like, come on. This is absolutely amazing. This is like true love energy. This is deep commitment energy. This is absolutely amazing. It's also a really great day to start a business if that's something that you want to do. Really, really nice timing too, because Mercury leaves shadow at this point, but really just absolutely amazing. Remember, Saturn is structure, stability, in it for the long haul. I absolutely love this energy. Really, really love this for you. But we'll talk about it more in the weekly, we'll go more in depth about it in the weekly reading. All right. Now, on May 15th, Mercury enters Taurus. Mercury is, this week, now we got 5 planets in Taurus, all stacked up in your 6th house of everyday activities. So Mercury in Taurus, by the way, is definitely more logic oriented, more slowed down than Mercury in Aries, where it just left. So it's a lot more grounded, thinking more practically, having a lot more, practical conversations or whatnot. But anyway, we'll talk about it more in the weekly reading, because on Friday, just 2 days later, Mercury will square Pluto. So this is the only square all month long. Okay. Another reason why this is the best month. It just makes it the best month of, 2024. But Mercury squaring Pluto, sure, it's a challenging aspect. And remember, Mercury moved into Taurus. We have Pluto in Aquarius. So we have these 2 fixed signs here. So a little bit of wiggle room, but this one's not even it's a baby square. It's just this day you could have, maybe a conversation that goes a little intense. You could just have, maybe not seeing eye to eye with, there's someone that looking to have a power struggle. Just be cool. You'll be fine. All right. Another thing. Yeah. Let karma do its work. Remember, you got justice in your external fight. So yeah, just be cool. Be Be cool. You'll be fine. The other thing I was going to say is that it is also a time where you could just do some really deep introspective thinking around this time as well. Now, on Saturday, the day after, is the big day. Okay. The sun conjuncting Jupiter, the luckiest day of the year. This is absolutely amazing. All about optimism, happiness, enthusiasm, a lot of expansion, a lot of growth, and, obviously luck, abundance. It's just so, so nice. Now, remember what I said, the same day Venus will conjunct Uranus. Like this is the day. This is the day that if you are single, you could meet the one. It's like a sliding doors moment. Remember, Venus, all about love, relationships, and money, by the way, and creativity, procreation, recreation, all of that. Well, sex, okay? But Uranus is all about breakthroughs and the unexpected and surprises. So with the planet of love and this is where you could be reading. I don't know. You could be at the Trader Joe's, okay, and you could be grabbing that last box of cookies at the same time. Someone else is grabbing for it too, and there you go. There's your soulmate. All right, that unexpected thing that happens, and this is just really, 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 really nice. A lot of like right place at the right time kind of energy too. Like I absolutely love it, but again, you see how it just increases the odds of this day just being very special. And remember, conjunctions are powerful. You have 2 conjunctions on the same day. Wow. And so, yeah, you could feel it, days later. I mean, really, really big. And remember, Venus is still in its domicile at this point. And the next time Venus conjuncts Uranus is July 4th, 2025. So another once a year. Come on, this is going to be big. Now, on the 19th, Sun sextiling Neptune. We'll talk about this more in the weekly reading. This is one of my favorite. I love the Sun sextiling Neptune. I absolutely love this aspect. This is compassion on a whole other level. This is like, I got your back, you got my back energy. This is just really, really, really nice. A lot of creativity. Really great day for artists too. A lot of it's very visionary. It's a lot of imagination at play and also like intuition as well. But I absolutely love this. And this aspect isn't happening until January 2025. So another rare aspect. So let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius, for the week with the biggest days, the biggest conjunctions, the luckiest days of the week. And you see how the second week of May is so loaded with these great aspects. But let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius, for the second week of May. Remember what I said earlier about things coming in twos? Well, now you just got 2 pages, okay? Come on. 2 kings, 2 pages. Sagittarius, come on. This is really big. Now, Page of Pentacles, yeah, absolutely something new's happening for you. Absolutely something new's happening for you. You know it is. Just expect it, to be something that's very grounding, something that's rooting up for you. And remember, these, conjunctions that are happening are actually in Taurus. Page of Pentacles, this is double Earth, okay? Pages are earthbound. Pentacles are earthbound. Okay, so he has a lot of Taurus energy, but yeah, definitely something with finances, money that could be coming through. Pentacles being earthbound could be your physical reality. Like, remember, there's something that could be brewing that's new in your life, in your physical world. Like, there's definitely there's a lot happening for you, but with all these new things, it's gonna be really nice. You're definitely gonna feel a shift now. Third week of May 20th. We officially enter Gemini season. All right. And you go well with you're all mutable, air and fire. So we're in Gemini season. We'll talk about this more, but you're just definitely going to be a lot more, self-expressive. That's what the sun does in Gemini. Really pulls that part out in you. Very outgoing, energy, very communicative, very social. Now on May 22nd, Sun trining Pluto. This is all about empowerment. This is, again, just very, a lot of inner transformation that's happening, but in a deep, profound way. Again, we will talk about this in the weekly reading. This is definitely this depth that, remember, that Pluto has. It's and it's trining the sun. So think about the sun, shining. It's you shining a flashlight in the deep wells of your, the spring well. Just think of, you know what? Think about the Goonies, all right? Think about the Goonies and the treasure ship. That's what this is, all right? The treasure ship coming out of that cave thing, whatever it is. But this is just very, very nice. And it's all about empowerment here. I really, really, really love this. But again, this inner transformation that's happening. Now we get to May 23rd, the big day. This is the big day. Sagittarius, the full moon in your sign. Very optimistic full moon. The same day Venus moving into Gemini, the same day Venus conjuncting Jupiter, the two benefic planets. Remember that. And again, we're going to talk about this more in the weekly reading, but chef's kiss. Now Venus exiling Neptune. Really great day. We'll talk about that more, and then Jupiter exiling Neptune as well. Remember, I said that this has not happened since 2020, and we have Jupiter, your ruling planet, that's, on the same day as this full moon in Sagittarius with Venus conjuncting Jupiter. I mean, this is just a hugely, enormously auspicious full moon. It is so, so nice. Jupiter sextiling Neptune, by the way, you're going to feel that. And it's really interesting to see that it's happening in the full moon in your sign. Remember, I said all that spiritual energy that's coming through here. That's just so nice. Well, Jupiter sextiling Neptune. Neptune is just this, this aspect is this burst of spiritual enlightenment. It's kind of like, a key word, a big key word would be manifestation, is how this day, this aspect feels. But it is just enormously spiritually moving. All right. So I absolutely love this. And then 25th, Jupiter moves into Gemini until June 2025. Everyone's going to feel this. Everyone's going to feel this shift. It's going to be really, really big. And everything starts going more, that mental stimulation, that creative energy, those creative juices flowing. This is just so nice. Just expect your world to start expanding now. And again, very social, a lot of great ideas in, creating goals, reaching goals. I absolutely love it. A lot of curiosity too. And definitely, as I said earlier, that it's all smarts here. It's book smart, street smart, smart, being the fact that it's Jupiter and Gemini, the twin. You'll start seeing things in twos. Trust your intuition. When you have what I mean, right? You're spiritually in the zone and you have those synchronicities. You get what I'm saying. All right. So you're definitely going to see things come in twos. But remember, at this point, we have the Sun, Venus, and Jupiter in Gemini, and Mercury's about to join them. Okay. And Mercury's Gemini's ruling planet. So we have all these planets and, building up in Gemini. It's like a Coachella concert. It's huge. I mean, and then Venus trining Pluto the same day. That intensity in relationships and your passion and money and just a lot of intimacy as well. But anyway, this is really, really, really big. That Saturday is going to be huge. Hey, let's see what's going on for you, Gemini. Again, a really big week with a full moon in your sign. Gemini, let's see what's going on for you for the third week of May. Oh, and you got the Five of Cups. Well, it's very interesting because the Five of Cups is all about, at the end of the day, it is a challenge card, and it is very, very, what's really interesting, I was going to point this out earlier, but remember how I said you have Sun in Scorpio in your future, Scorpio being your 12th house. Well, Mars in Scorpio here. Okay. So again, 12th house, a lot of that spiritual energy, that intuitive energy that comes with the 12th house, but also healing. Okay. Remember that. So full moons bring culmination. There's something that is going to end. All right. But remember, it's for all these new beginnings to begin. And, following 2 pages. Yeah. There's a lot of new openings, a lot of new opportunities, a lot of new portals opening, a lot of new things that you want for yourself and things that are going to happen. Okay. So remember, you have the 2 of Wands in your challenge area. Remember, I said that 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So you've got to know what you want, but there is this sense of that week, this crazy big week with this full moon in your sign. There is something that you may need to let go around that time. And it may be hard for you, but there's all these new things happening for you. And so this is the start of a really huge cycle. Sun moving into Gemini, Venus moving into Gemini, Jupiter moving into Gemini. That's a really big dramatic shift, okay? A lot of that mental, activity, mental stimulation, but even still, there is with that shift a lot of newness and this new cycle happening. So there is a sense of you're going to have to, something's going to end. All right. Something's going to end. And it may be something that you end that you're just like, this is really hard for me to let go. It's going to be, you hear the church bells. That's a sign. It's a sign. There's something that's going to be where you're going to want to do this emotional healing. And you see you have the 2 cups right behind you. All right. Referring to the 2 of cups. Remember, there's that true love card, that soulmate card. You have Jupiter moving into Jupiter, the sun, Venus moving into your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So there is definitely something new that's happening. And it's really coming to terms with it. Okay. And again, the energy is more of like, it's got to be sad for me to let this one thing go, but I'm moving into a place where I'm enormously happy with all these new things happening for me. I love that the church bells just went off right now. I don't know if you can still hear them. I'll clarify that for you. All right. So let's see. Yeah, you're going to be fine. It really is. Look at you with your Ace of Swords. So yeah, definitely. It will definitely be something that could have this emotional impact on you, but it is, remember, full moons are a time to let go, and it could be a part of you. All right. Remember, this is happening in your first house. It's in your sign. All right. So this is all about you, this full moon. But remember, there's something new brewing. 2 pages. And then after you have the Ace of Swords, Aces usher in the most new change. Swords, all about the mental suit, communication, logic, thinking, but also contracts. Like there's all this activity moving into Gemini, an air sign. Ace of Swords, air. All right. So definitely big. And this is all about victory, success. There's this spiritual, it's almost like have faith in what's happening for you, right? You even see the yods falling here but anyway, without going too much into it, you're good. You've got the Ace of Swords, the King of Swords, the Page of Swords, a lot of you're ready. You're going to be this is going to be a month where things are going to be happening and you're going to be mentally stimulated. All right. So let's see what's going on for you for the last week. Now, Sagittarius, May 27th, we have Mercury sextiling Saturn. Oh my goodness. It's actually a really big Mercury week. Okay. Remember, Mercury did move into Taurus. All right. And so Mercury's a little, it's like very this is what I want. So, and you're going to have that clarity about you. All right. And new things are coming in. Mercury sextiling Saturn. This is just, you could have a conversation that is a little bit more serious. It has legs to it. Or, even the way that you're thinking about something, you're thinking about your long term now. You're really thinking about the long term. And then Mercury conjuncting Uranus on May 30th. This is another once a year aspect that happens to be in May. You see, we have so many of those. This is just a very mentally, intellectually stimulating day. This is also, remember, it's Uranus at play here. So you could get a lot of, exciting news, all right? Unexpected news. You could be also giving surprising news to people that, that you love and whatnot. But it's definitely like breakthroughs, right? Especially the fact that you have the Ace of Swords. That's a lot of mental breakthrough as well. And that's what's happening with Mercury conjuncting Uranus. So you're moving into that. A lot of spontaneity around this too. It's really, really just expect some breakthroughs around this day. So Sagittarius, let's see what's going on for you for the last week of May. And you got the Hermit. All right. So this is really great. The Hermit, remember, so much spiritual energy. So much spiritual energy. And it feels like whatever's happening here is it's helping you see things. And now it's making you a lot wiser. Gray in tarot is wisdom. You see this card is all gray here, but this is really nice. This is very meditative, the deep soul searching. Remember, you have such a spiritual spread here. really, really nice, really, really great. A lot of these opportunities that's coming through for you could be very career related, as I mentioned earlier, but there's definitely like a lot of intuitive energy at play here. Y'all are gonna be psychic. This is like that level of like intuition. Really, really nice, especially with the Hermit. The fourth week. But the Hermit, by the way, is Virgo, and so Virgo does rule your 10th house of career. So there could be a lot of like something there reflecting upon that as well, on career, and you could be in a new place at that point. And that could be the 5 of Cups thing too. It could just be the fact that you got this something different in career or your profession, or even just whatever you're exerting your energy into that you want to be known for. It's just like, if you worked at the same place for 5 years and you got a new job somewhere else, or you started your own business or something, it's like, it's really hard to say, that leave that familiarity, right, of the colleagues that you worked with and things like that. But anyway, you're good. You're absolutely good. You're definitely having a very spiritual month, but also just that clarity is going to be just so sharp. I mean, Page of Swords, King of Swords, and the heart of your spread, Ace of Swords here as well. You have Justice here, that true perception, but that karmic energy, again, cashing in your karma points. It feels like there's so much spiritual energy though. So absolutely amazing, Sagittarius. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, and all that fun algorithm stuff. Leave comments, tell me what's going on, and next week we will do we'll go deeper into these aspects for your weekly reading. All right, so Sagittarius, thanks so much. I will see you next week. Bye.